Okay.
Just you going,
and then you're going to accidentally upload that one instead of the real one.
You know, that would be my luck.
No, that whole video would just be you doing, ah! That's
Okay.
it.
So just
for the day.
P2, part 2. Okay. Alright, so these ones say, find the area and perimeter of the figure determined by the points. So, 20, we're given the points -2, -2, -2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, -2.
That's obnoxious.
Alright, so I've got this little graph. I'm going to plot each point. And then I'm going to connect them. Almost. We're just going to...
I think it's a square.
With the iPad, sometimes you can never tell. The other day, I was like, well, y'all were in here, some of you were in here, and it was like this or something, and it, like, I don't even know. I was drawing arrows, and it was just giving me, like, squiggle lines. I was like, what?
I remember. It was like,
I was like...
in stats.
Not
Now
it won't do it, but the other day, it was just being obnoxious. Alright, so with this one... I can tell a little easier what this shape is than I will with some. Okay, this one is not like crooked or anything like that. Okay, it's just perfectly lined up. So I really only need to find the distance of one side, and since they're all equal, then I can just use the formulas. Okay, so I like to label the points and go around just so that when I am doing stuff, I know what point I'm talking about. So I'm just going to do the distance from A to B. So the square root of -2 plus 2 squared. I'm going to go back up to the formula really quick just to review. Let's see. Distance formula for a coordinate plane. Okay, x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. Okay, so I obviously put a plus in there because it was negative times negative. Okay, so this one minus this one, and then plus this one minus this one. So that's going to be 2 minus a negative, so plus 4. Right, wait. Did I do that backwards?
No, you're... Wait a minute. How'd you get the plus 4?
Hold on. I'm not really sure where that just came from. So I was like, wait a second. It's that. There we go.
Isn't it minus 2? Isn't it -2 minus 2?
But it's...
Because it's A and B.
But it's minus negative, right?
Yeah. It's Y, right?
2
No,
minus
right.
-2.
Oh, it's
plus 2.
Oh my goodness.
Wait a second.
Wait.
It doesn't really matter if it's negative.
No.
It's not going to really matter because it's going to come out to be the same thing.
Why is there so many 2s? It's stupid.
Because it's a square.
Okay, it's,
I know.
Wait.
I was about to
For
say,
the first one,
it's
you did the
first
1.
X
You did x1 minus x2, and then you did y2 minus y1.
Yeah, I was about to say that actually.
It's gonna
So
be the
It
one
has
of
to
them
be
has
1
to be
before 2,
close.
right?
I mean,
It's gonna
like,
be-
-2 minus a negative is plus.
and then,
Oh, I guess
And
they're
then
the
2
same
yeah, either way, it's not gonna
minus a negative is plus. They're both the
They
same.
just wanted you to
It's
look
not
at
gonna
the same
matter.
thing.
number. I'm tired, guys. I haven't gotten any sleep for the past like 4 days.
Alright, so that's going to be 0 squared, so that's going away.
I thought
So
zero
then-
squared was 1.
What?
No,
No, that's anything raised to the
Zero
power of
0
0.
times 0 is 0.
I I didn't see
And
that.
then that's 4 squared, which is 16. So that's 4. So that's the distance. So this is the side length over here is 4. Okay, which, yes, I do realize we could have counted that and known that. Okay, I'm doing this to show you so that when you have to do problems on your own, you understand what the process is. All right, perimeter is equal to what?
4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is
16.
All right, and then area is equal to what?
You have to find the area too?
Yep.
Um,
What's the area of a square?
Is it just side times side times
It's just side squared.
side?
So it would be.
So it'd be 16.
I was gonna say that,
That
but I
is
didn't want to sound stupid.
kind of
so.
sad.
I think
So when in doubt, if it's a square, just write 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, 22, same instructions. -2, 1, -2, 6, 4, 6, 4, 1.
Thinking I have
I'm so
trouble with
curious at
6.
what this shape is gonna be. I think that's what it is.
I don't think it's gonna be a normal shape. Oh wait, yeah it is.
I think it's gonna be that. No, it's that.
It's gonna be a trapezoid. No, never mind. It's not a trapezoid. I think you were right, Joe.
Oh, wait a minute.
So you have -2, 1, -2, 6.
Is that considered a rectangle?
Wo- Wait a minute.
Oh, no, I'm wrong. Wait, you dropped
It is a rectangle. What are you talking about?
I know. I figured it out after I said trapezoid.
It's a trapezoid.
I don't know, I got confused.
I don't even know.
If your graph's not like drawn correctly, it will look a little weird.
Well, so you have to be able to draw.
No, you have to make a
Or have graph
straight
paper.
lines. It's literally not even drawing. You're just making lines, straight lines.
I can't make straight lines.
Well, then Taylor get a ruler.
Okay, since this is obvious that it's a rectangle, I need to find the long side and I need to find the short side. Okay, if it was a trapezoid or something, obviously you've got to find more than that. Okay, or if it's not obvious, like if it was rotated, okay, and like was crooked, okay, then we would need to probably check it all and make sure. But in this case, it's still nice, easy numbers. So the distance from, I'm going to do C to D this time just for
Oh,
fun.
I literally already did A, B. Oh, that's so
Well, you're
sad.
gonna have to do. Oh, never mind. But it's gonna be the same thing, Taylor. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean,
All right, so this is the square root of 4 minus 4 squared plus 1 minus 6 squared. So that's equal to the square root of, that's going to be 5 squared, 25, which is 5. And then the other one, I'll do
C and D. No, wait. C and B. B and C.
let's do, yeah.
B to
let's do-
C.
C and D.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Sorry.
It's okay.
All right, so whoa, come back. All right, B to C. So square root of 4 minus a negative, so plus 2 squared plus 6 minus 6 squared.
That's so, like,
Square
amazing.
root
It's just 6 minus
36.
I'm pretty sure they're all gonna, one of them is gonna be 0 every time. Right?
Well,
Unless it's crooked, yeah.
Well, then no crooked ones, please. Who would make a
Well,
crooked
there's
one?
also like a triangle one, so like that's
Ew.
obviously not going to be.
Triangles are stupid.
And with a triangle, you are going to need to check all the sides because it's not going to be super obvious
Yay.
if
It's
it's...
hurting my brain.
The distance from.
This isn't even
Well,
hard.
actually, we'll talk through the triangle one in a second. I'm not going to do it because it's one of the ones I'll give you, but... all right, so I have 2 side lengths, so perimeter is equal to what?
All the sides added.
Length
Yeah,
times
5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6. Or that works too, because that's a lot simpler.
2 times 6 plus 2 times 5. So 12 plus 10 is 22. And area is what formula?
Length times what?
L times W, 6 times 5.
30. They're different numbers this time, yay!
Okay, so with a triangle one, okay, I'm not going to actually do it, but if this was the case with a triangle, okay, where you had... Okay. You're going to have to find this distance here, okay, because for area, it's 1/2 base times height. Okay, so you're going to have to find the base of the triangle, but then you're also going to have to come in and find this height here. Okay, so that's going to be the distance from this point. Okay, we're going to call this point B. So you're going to need the distance from B to the midpoint of A to C.
So it's from the midpoint. Okay, makes sense.
Wait a minute, what?
Oh, you have to find the midpoint.
There's a midpoint formula.
Because it's 1/2 base times height, in order to know what this height is, I need to know what this point here is, which is going to be the midpoint of the triangle.
Wait, and then also to find the perimeter, you'd have to do all the sides, right?
Yes, I mean, it may be obvious that it's equilateral. If this was more like centered, you would know. But if it's off to the side, because I don't know how it's going to fall, I can just tell it's got 3 points, it's going to be a triangle. So,
Okay, well, what, so, okay. If B is like, up here, right? And then you have A and C, and they're like, oh, never mind that one.
like if it was something more like out here is 2 and over here is -2 and up here is 2. Okay, and it's perfectly my very bumpy triangle. Okay, it's perfectly graphed like that. Okay, obviously you can tell, and then your midpoint, you don't even have to find it, it's at 0, 0. But they're not always going to center it for you. Like the rectangle we just did isn't centered.
They want you to use
So
midpoint.
then, in theory, you would have to find the distance of A to B, B to C, and A and C, and then
And the
you'd also have to
midpoint
find
and
the
the height.
midpoint and the height.
Yeah. Lots of distance work.
But if you do 2 distances, you may be able to tell that it's going to be. Like if you know that you've done like this side and you've done this one and they're the same, it's probably going to be equilateral because it's not likely to be isosceles with the base down. And I don't think that, I'm pretty sure they're giving you all equilateral ones, but I could be wrong, so I don't want to tell you that with 100% certainty. Because I'm not doing that problem in my head at the moment to tell you for sure. 21 that I'm giving you is not a perfect shape. It's not like perfectly straight like that one is. It might be like a trapezoid. I'm not really sure. If it is, Google the formula for it. But, oh, I'm not doing it right now.
No, not we. Like we.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not doing it for you.
No, I'm saying like we.
It's like I already did 2.
Is that all we're doing?
No, we're doing one more problem.
Oh. I'll just do it on.
It's really easy, I promise.
Okay, but it doesn't have a lot of writing, does it?
I mean, mine's like this down here, but I just kind of made it so it's big.
Okay. Because I just have this much space left, and I really don't want to go to the next page.
I think you'll be okay. I'm going to copy down the table, which you don't necessarily have to. All right, so 30, world motor vehicle production. The total number of motor vehicles in thousands, okay, that's going to be the Y value, produced in the world each year from 2001 to 2007 is given in the table. So they have each year listed and then the number of cars there. And it wants us to draw a scatter plot of the data given in the table. So I'm going to just copy the table to make it easier, but like I said, y'all don't have to.
Talking about how those instructions are not written. Oh wait.
They're up
I'm
there.
so stupid.
I know, I was
literally
sitting
did
there
not
like, okay, I
read
know what
it.
you're supposed to do in this section, but where does it tell you
Yeah.
that?
Oh my word, do a brag. I can't. I'm sorry.
I'm writing too far apart. I need to.
What page is this on?
It's on page 18.
Can we talk about how my writing progressively got smaller as I went across?
Yeah,
That's funny.
sometimes.
Not 9, 5, 8, 7.
Yeah.
Where is- It just gets a little more squishy.
Just a little bit. That's why I was trying to space them out like I was doing, and then I was like, I don't have room to fit it all there, so we're just gonna. All right, so I don't know if y'all remember if you did this at one point, but if we want to start a graph, since I don't need anything until I get to 57,000,
Is it the squiggly line?
yeah, we're going to do a little squiggly line here to show that we're doing a broken graph. Okay, and then that we're going to start there with 55, and I'm going to write K for 1,000. Okay, and I'm going to just go in increments of 5,000. And then on the bottom, you're going to write each year. And then you're going to just ballpark plot the points. Okay, obviously there would have been one probably that started at 0, 0. At some point there were no cars in the world, but we're not going to worry about that. Okay, so in 2001 there were 57, almost 58,000. So I'm just going to try to go kind of halfway up here and just ballpark plot it. 2002. 59, so a little higher than that one. 2003, 61, so again, just a little bit higher. 2004, 65. 2005, 67. 2006, 71, basically. And 2007 is almost all the way up to the 75,000. So that's your little scatter plot for that data.
What do I have to do?
Yep.
I like that. What's the YV stand for again?
The Y and X.
No, like at the bottom under the.
Oh, it's supposed to be YR. It's supposed to be for year.
Oh.
There we go. It was a little sloppy because I was writing at the bottom. All right, so for part 2 of this, okay, it's just 19, 21, and 29. Okay, tomorrow we'll review for the quiz on 1 to 4. okay, since we just finished this part, and then quiz on Wednesday, so.